Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome back to Galactic Civilizations for Warlords and our playthrough as the Froggies. The Freedom Froggies. That's right. And here we are. We've got ourselves a nice little isolated chunk of space with lots of planets still to colonize. You can see, even though we haven't met them, that the Navigators are currently in the game and have the most sector control at the moment. And that, I hate the Navigators. I just hate them. I hate them. We'll hopefully in this game, we'll be able to do something about them. We aren't able to make treaties with the Navigators. That's why I don't like them, because it really limits what you can do to affect the Navigators. But on the other hand, we aren't playing with prestige, so it shouldn't be a big problem this time around. Happily. We've got defensive studies coming in 1 month, and we're still colonizing. We're still printing out ships from our shipyards and developing the worlds that we do have. We've got a very nice world over here. It's very large. It's class 30, but it doesn't exactly have the greatest tiles. So we're gonna see what we can do with this planet in the long run. We've got a very nice system over here to colonize with 3 planets that are still small. Class 25, I think, is the biggest, but class 25 is still pretty darn good. And the 3 other worlds to support it or turn into core worlds will be nice. That's a lot of shipyards for our ships. And we are going to be wanting many, many, many a ship. Now, let's move it forward and see what the AI has in store for us this episode. We're still kind of scouting around with our probes. We've just reached this little cluster over here. I do expect there will be people. And here they are. It is the Navigators. We've also met the Korath, and there is another colony ship. We will probably send out this individual as he's the least happy citizen we have. So off you go. And defensive studies, which gives us +1 to our armor rating and shield strength, prototype defenses, defensive measures if it comes to war. And we also get the barrier reef, which is extra influence growth. It's all right. I don't think we'll need it. And some other military type stuff, point defense, hull plating, all very good. Evasive tactics is something that we will want. Planetary mobilization, as it's here, is something that we would also like, as it leads on to planetary invasion and then onto these defensive techs that we would really like. The extra hit points, the extra 20% evasion is mostly what we would love, and some resistance to weapons is very nice. So sure, let's go ahead with planetary mobilization. On Nepturus Prime, we are still doing colony ships and will be doing for a long time. The growth here is pretty good, so we should be able to sustain a couple more colony ships. We may have to stop for a little bit, and I think in the interest of figuring out what we want to do with this planet, we are just going to colonize this world as well. Down here, we've already got a ship bound for this system, and once we grab one planet, we should be able to get all of them without the AI interfering too much. We've encountered the Korath, and as yet have been unable to communicate with them. Let's assign our scientists on a way to communicate. We'll probably want to stop and get that immediately now that we have that universal translator. That way we can get open borders and stop people from going to war with us before we are ready. Nothing on this very beautiful star. How pretty that is. All right, let's continue the exploration. All right, I think that's a navigator border down there. There's your universal translator. Does give us exploration treaties, open borders, minister of tourism, cultural districts, and heritage centers. Not things that we really want just yet, but it does lead on to hyperwave radio that we will want. And in fact, we might just rush ahead and grab hyperwave radio right now. And for completing that objective, we get a +1 diplomacy bonus and 10 culture points. A little optimization, but there it is. Now, do we wish to continue through the route of pacifism to pick up peacekeeping for extra diplomacy and the +2 diplomacy for peacekeeping and the starbase range and all of our leaders getting peacemaker trait? Or do we want to switch back over to collectivism to start getting other things? I kind of like the idea of +2 diplomacy. And then we'll probably want to get even more diplomacy. That's the thing with diplomacy. Once you start getting some, but I guess we can get up to altruism and then swap back to collectivism. But maybe collectivism now is good. The extra 100% homeworld influence earlier on is okay. Although because we're loyal, we're not really worried about being culture flipped. So I'm actually going to take the +2 diplomacy and the extra starbase range. And let's see how people feel about this. The Navigators are a little bit on the fence. Let's go ahead and open up. We'll have to wait till we get a little bit more time spent with them. But we can go to the Korath and get open borders. Hopefully they'll pay us for that. Nice. We'll accept that 20 credits. Open borders. Should probably have a look and see how the AI is doing. They're already up to 14, but we are at 9. But they will rapidly accelerate away from us you know, our actual faction power isn't too bad. And of course, we have 0 military to speak of, but that will not last. We've got these monsters down here. They will present a little bit of a problem as we have a settler coming down this way. We might divert this settler in that case in favor of maybe picking up this world to help whichever world we choose develop. So that'll be an extra 3 minerals and a little bit of research. That's fine. Hopefully you can sneak in there before the monster kills you. And let's hope that they just piss off. Hope they just go away. Just go away. But all right, we still have an appoint a governor mission that will happen, and the seized goods which we are surveying anomalies 2 of 7. This probe has found nothing, and we're starting to come into Navigator territory, I think. Emperor Deepwater as leader of the Phalanoids. Hello, Phalanoids. Let's maintain this hopeful and friendly relationship. Yet another citizen about to head off into deep space. That's going to be you. Goodbye. And Hyperwave Radio does give us the all-powerful Beacon of Babylon, but we're not interested. We got the max enacted policies. That's really what we were looking for, as well as access to leadership recruiting, which is something we might want to rush through just to get up some of our bigger ships. And a nice early cruiser with the extra evasion bonuses for our fleet would be very nice to have. Not super important just yet. I think we will take the opportunity to run through planetary mobilization. Gets us a stellar forge, which we'll be looking to build somewhere. So let's go ahead and get that done. Our policy that we would like to go for here is probably underwater homes. We don't need it just yet, but we plug it in nice and early so we don't really have to worry about it. Out of the Empire is always an option, but I think we'll grab underwater homes. Just a little bit of extra housing, so we should be able to have up a huge population on Nepturus Prime. 17 is quite large, and even on this planet we should now have a little bit of extra pop to play around with. Alrighty, so this colony ship, I think we're just going to settle Nepturus Prime here. Let's just get this settling done. That'll help our home base develop. We'll keep going with the colony ships, but maybe we want to hold off until we actually produce another population, in which case we'll probably end up throwing out something like freighters to start getting up some trades. Try to get up our trade routes nice and early. Couple trade routes with our neighbors might help our cash situation as well. The longer you have a trade route, the more beneficial it is to you. I think we're doing asteroid miners here to try and get all of these settled. I can't see where the monsters have gone, so hopefully they have left. Our flagship, why aren't you surveying? Please go out and survey. Very nice. Very, very nice. We also have access to the galactic market. There is hypersilicates, and we will want 3 of them to build Khazar's mainframe. That's a pretty big one. Let's go ahead and put that down. We don't have access to Khazar's mainframe just yet. Excuse me. And we want Prometheon, but we're mining Prometheon. We'll wait until we get that up ourselves. But anyway, we have the hypersilicates ready for Khazar's mainframe. We will need Xeno research for that. So maybe we should prioritize Xeno research. Yeah, it's 3 hypersilicates. Fine, we just bought that, so that's okay. Nothing around this planet. This is Korath. Okay. If this is the Korath homeworld, then they got really screwed, which is fine with me. That is the class 18. We're really looking for the class 25. There it is. We'll go ahead and settle that next turn. Our constructor we sent out looking for resources, and it looks like there was some resource here. There's also 2 planets. The Navigators got this one. It's a class 30. Amazing. 2 planets here. A class 27 and a class 30. Unbelievable. I guess they're up this way then. Well, in that case, I believe we said we would send this guy down. It's the Maxusian Mech Wranglers. Let's hope we can build a beneficial relationship with the mech boys. There's our freighter. We are going to want to trade. I mean, Drogo is right here. We don't have the ship range to get anywhere else. And the interest of just getting up a trade route nice and early, we'll go ahead and put that down. Let's go ahead and establish open borders. We still can't. Can we not get open borders because they are navigators? I hate the navigators. We'll get open borders with you guys. They will pay us some cash for that. And open borders with you guys. You have nothing to offer. We will just accept that. Oh, navigators. Oh, navigators. Despise them. During the thorough analysis of the artifact, your research team has unearthed an astonishing discovery. It is a reservoir of colossal energy. The scientists in your crew are confident that they can channel this raw power to propel our civilization forward. Yet a dissenting perspective suggests that this energy could be utilized as a cosmic key, opening up uncharted dimensions of the cosmos and revealing secrets of space hitherto unknown. We can take 1 Durantium, which we don't really need. We can secure it in the vault, which we will. It basically gives us a free use of a telescope takeover, except they have a much bigger radius. So let's just scout out this entire cluster. We have a probe going up this way. And he will eventually make his way around and do all of this, but it'll take a long time to get over here, and this could be very useful information. All right. So we've got, it looks like the Crimson Star Union, it looks like the Luxar, and the Festron Hunt we just discovered. And we've actually seen the home world of Geode, the Crimson. These guys are all so tightly clustered up. Oh boy. Oh boy. Gonna be a spicy game for sure. Lots of people to liberate. All right, we're gonna colonize Hassale 3. We have met the Luxar. There you go. The Crimson Star Union. Asteroid cluster must be in our zone of control, and the Festron Hunt. Hassale 3 was once home of an alien civilization which disappeared 1,000 years earlier. Although none of their technology is new, many of their entertainment products remain intact and are of great interest to the colonists. Unfortunately, almost all of these shows and pictograms are incredibly childish and puerile.
Puerile.
Featuring an unfortunate amount of jokes about orifices. The colony's workplaces are now filled with practical jokes that sap productivity. What are your orders? Leave them be. They're adults who can make their own decisions. Let's at least try distributing this trash on the open market. I mean, it comes to all of our worlds, but we lose manufacturing on all of our worlds, whereas here we just lose manufacturing on this planet. And as I don't know what we're going to be using this planet for, I hate to do it. So, I mean, all units getting 5+5. I think we'll at least try distributing this trash on the open market. One of these planets we'll probably use as like a happiness stick. One of them. And we will probably settle this planet first, although we won't turn it into a colony just yet. Now, we do have access to Endless Zeros and Suffering Within. I think we want Endless Zeros, as that will make all of our fighters and small ships really, really useful, really good. We don't have the cash, though, and I don't really wish to sell anything off just yet. We can probably hold off on that decision. And on the topic of selling stuff off, we don't really have that much stuff to sell, really. We'll go ahead and get these asteroids as they are in our zone of control, and these and these. There's planetary mobilization. Let's get a new tech going. Planetary invasion is there. We could pick it up, or we just get planetology, which I might do. We don't need it now. We are still growing our population. So let's get planetary invasion, get it out of the way. Now we're back to this planet, and honestly, I don't know what we're doing with this planet. There's an all right sort of a starport here. It's alright, and I guess an alright Stellar Forge here. This Stellar Forge, however, is a civilization improvement, so we don't really want it there. We want that on, I believe, Canopus. So this gets an 8% to military per bonus level, and this gets manufacturing and military, but less military score. 25 to military and 5% to military. So let's do some maths here. Yay! That would be a +7 at the moment. That is 7 times 8, so 56 plus 5%, 61% total to military, and this guy would be 25 plus, yeah, this would be way better here. It does give us a lot more military and a lot more pollution, but we do get +1 moves, and then we can put the Stellar Forge somewhere with a less adjacency, but it also gives an extra 2% to military, so somewhere like here would be fine. +3 is also good, but I think a +2 is fine, and we can use this for like something else potentially. We'll put it right there, and we'll leave this slot open, possibly for some other thing that gives military adjacency. We don't know what. Bump those to the front of the queue. Excellent. Manufacturing is going to be very good on this planet. Let's go ahead and get another asteroid miner out. We'll just develop all of these worlds. Asya. Let's see, Asha Shipyard. This planet's going to need a lot of help, I feel like. So your shipyard is going to be dedicated to supply ships for a decent amount of time. Here's the Festron Hunt. Approaching a significant period in our life cycle, our sacred mating ritual. They will be unhappy with this choice. I don't think we take any hits to our approval. We won't be able to satisfy the Festron Hunt, unfortunately, but it shouldn't affect our diplomacy too much. We did ruin their festival. They don't like that. I don't much care. I'm not feeding my people to the Festron. That is not happening. Okay, so let's make sure we have open borders. Why is everybody so poor? Open borders with everybody we just met, including the Festron, who are poor. And it's on to the next turn. All right, nothing around this planet. Let's keep exploring. I don't think we want to check out these worlds, but it might be a good idea. I would also like to see if the Navigators are maybe a bit isolated. Let's double back actually and see if this is the Navigator homeworld. I mean, they've expanded pretty far out. Nothing but dead worlds around here. The Verse Harmonizers, who seem to be in every single game, and is the first faction that we ever created. All right. So we've got the Korath clan with the most colonized worlds, the Navigators second. We are third, which is quite nice, and we're going to get a few more as it happens. So that's really good. Back on Nepturus, we should have the population to spare for another colony ship. This freighter is bound to trade, but still out of range. There should be somebody up here, I imagine, maybe on one of these worlds, because we've sent out to trade with these navigators already, so we don't actually need here. We'll send this freighter in sort of this direction. There'll probably be somebody up there to trade with, and we'll probably want at least one more, I think, as well. Let's have a quick check on the population. We do have 2 citizens. You're 96, you're 88. We'll send you off into space. We'll probably want something that affects happiness, like this plus 10% approval. It is colony unique. You can build 1 on every planet. And as we don't really need to build adjacency, it's okay to put it on like one of these tiles here, just for an extra 10% happiness. And let's try to really keep on top of that happiness this game so that we can at least not bleed out cash quite as much. I actually wouldn't mind a coordination beacon. It is civilization achievement, so you can only build 1, but the extra control per month is quite nice. We are getting plus 3 control though. Because we're bureaucrats, we do get a plus 2, well, a plus 1. So that's actually good. We don't have to prioritize that at all in the slightest. We will forget about it. All right, there's Hasala 4, colonized. Small group of aliens you initially mistook for a corpse of trees lived here. They claim they can speak with Hasala 4. They offer to show you how. Although the planet seems disinterested in your day-to-day affairs, it might be possible to communicate with it further. What are your orders? Begin communicating with the planet and ask it how best to live in harmony with it. We get extra persuasion, some farming, collectivism. Invite the aliens to join my colony. We get a free Baratak colonist. Threaten the planet with deep core mining unless it reveals its secrets. I kind of like the idea of having an extra pop. We don't need the farming, as we'll have a planet that's really good at that. Collectivism I'm not interested in, and the plus 1 persuasion is nice, but an extra Baratak colonist that maybe we can use to get more Barataks if we want them, and potentially Baratak leaders. It's fine. This does increase collectivism though for a bigger discount, but I'll take the colonist. I will accept the colonist. Alrighty, so this is a Korath world and a Korath fleet with a siege ship. Korath be doing Korath things. So where are the rest of Korath worlds? Are they down here? Alright, let's go ahead and send our probe off in this direction. Righty, there's planetary invasion, and we were sending off this gentleman out into space. So planetary invasion gives us surface invasions, conscription, transport modules, but also leads on to this unbroken spirit technology that I'm very interested in. And here it is on discount, so we'll take that. I think we'll wait another turn before we produce another colony ship. One of our leading scientists was killed in deep space. We don't know who killed him or why he was outside our borders. If you find any evidence as you survey anomalies, it is the Luxor property. We expect it to be given to us without being examined by your teams. We will review what we find first. I don't want the -1 relation. We'll start the mission and take the +1 to relations for now. This colony ship, I think we will just boost up Nepturus Prime with a little bit more resources. Don't believe there's any other worlds to colonize. We could always send it out over here, and it's probably a really good idea, actually. Let's wait on that. Let's send off the ship to colonize. We've already got drones there. Let's get this drone settled in over here. This planet should be coming along quite nicely. The tech capital goes on our home planet of Nepturus Prime. Now that we have it, we have to decide where it goes. And I think we said we wanted it to be here, right? This is a +8. We want Khazar's mainframe to go there. I really think we will end up destroying the Ephemius pollen. Even though it's more stuff that we can sell, this is potentially just too good of a research tile. That's a +8. I'm going to destroy that now, because that's another +8 research district. And if we put Khazar's mainframe here, then this becomes like a +11 before all of these things are finished. Get Khazar's mainframe to the front. Sorry, the technological capital. Yeah, that's great. Now we need more Durantium to get up the starport. That's going to go right there, boosting up the shipyard. All good things. Nepturus, we will get out one more transport. That's it. It's all looking pretty good. Nobody wants to make war with us just yet. Our early diplomatic bonus is helping us out there, but it won't last. There's our very first trade route with the Navigators, helping out with the cash situation. And we do have a planet that we need a governor for. It's this class 25. Amazing. And we still have to... Oh, you bastards. Oh, you bastards. This is why I hate the Navigators. No respect. No respect. That's alright. We will be able to culture flip this planet. No problem. It's a waste of a settler. Stupid of them to have even picked it up. Wasted their efforts. Now, we want this planet. We need a governor. Any old governor will do with a decent loyalty score, honestly. But we're going to need cash. Problem is, we ain't making any. On Canopus, I think we're going to be doing supply ships. Oh, we already had a freighter on the go. Whoopsies. Let's head back into here. Let's get rid of the... Oh, that's a troop transport we were making. Yeah, I don't need that. Whoopsies. We, the Festron Hunt, have a long-standing tradition of games. The Festron are intent on trashing our relationship with these events. We'll take the hit to our relations because I cannot take the hit to our approval. And back on Nepturus Prime, we really need money. Fortunately, I don't know what we can do about that. Let's get some supply ships. Try and speed out some of this technology. Unbroken Spirits is about to finish. All right, these are the mech wranglers. Didn't expect them to have pushed out this deep. And that's just how the AI is on Godlike. They've got so much moves. This is a constructor scouting for us, by the way. It just got blew up by a pirate. That's what you get. All right, Unbroken Spirits plus 15% HP. Very nice. Precursor Archaeology we don't need. We don't need any of this stuff. So it's a good time to maybe go for other things like evasive tactics, which we do want. Ace operational ability and weapon jamming, all very nice things. We would also like leadership recruiting. That's another policy slot that we could use. Defensive discipline for the 20% to invasion. That's going to be extremely large, but I would like to get Khazar's mainframe before the AI does. So we'll go ahead and get Xeno research so we can have that unlocked. Alara Sol, governor of Asia 2, is widely believed to be favoring personal friends at the expense of their world's citizens. Can we have some positive events, please? Positive events. Do you have a lot of loyalty, Alara? You do. We'll take the plus 25 approval and the minus 10 loyalty. There is an extension matrix in the capsule, a rare ship upgrade that will increase weapon range of the ship that is upgraded with it. Yeah, we'll take that on board, much as I would kind of prefer something that we don't want that we could sell. Discovery of core tap plans. Our fleet has uncovered abandoned plans and a unique power source for a core tap, a device capable of harnessing the energy of a planet's core. This find presents us with several lucrative options. We can secure the plans. Using the plans and power source, we can build a core tap on our core worlds, greatly enhancing our production capabilities. This advanced technology could give us a significant advantage, but may also carry unknown risks. It's plus 2 precursor nanites. Sell the plans for 372 treasury. You can extract resources from the power source. I'm kind of curious to secure the plans and see what happens. Let's secure the plans. Does that mess up our planets at all? No, doesn't seem like it does. Quick check on approval all around. Only one planet seems to be fairly unhappy. That's Canopus. This citizen could be happier. You punks! That's such a stupid move! Well, it saved us a colony ship. At least we can double back with this colony ship. Saved us from having to colonize a world, I guess. However, if they do turn this into a core world before we do, its influence will probably outpower ours. So we actually need to get this governor online now rather than later. So it's off to try and sell something. We have nothing to sell. Let's maybe hit up the AI. Oh, the Navigators are such dicks. We have to make sure and get open borders. And honestly, we have nothing to offer. We have some precursor nanites that we might be able to flog for cash, but it won't get us very much. This is a bit unusual. Normally, they actually do value the precursor nanites fairly highly. But all right, we'll take the chump change. You guys have no cash. And that's the best we can do. We just have to, I guess, maybe go up to medium taxes. Doesn't even help that much. High taxes really hurts our income. Doesn't even pull us out of the hole. We'll stay on normal. We're gonna need tech pod hives. Mine the asteroid cluster at least. Alright, it's starting to rebel. It's still a colony. They haven't made it into a core world, but I'm a little bit scared. We don't need a lot of money to actually get this up. Like, I'll take any leader. 217. Let's see if we can actually get there. Urantium really doesn't sell for very much. much? 29 doesn't get us where we need to be. 208 eesh. And then we'd be broke if we did this anyway. All right. On Canopus, just get some supply ships. All right, that's all of the asteroid mines taken care of. We'll have to hold out on the hopes that we actually find some cash somewhere, an event or something that we can sell. I'm just going to go ahead and fly you over here. The supply ship, we will land on this planet. Well, we aren't quite ready to start developing this world as heavily just yet. We can maybe... Oof, that's a long time. 250 supply. How much do supply ships drop off? Supply ships deliver 100. So we can almost have that time. 2 supply ships for 100 credits. I mean, we need the cash. I'm gonna do it. Our territory contains a disputed region rich in resources. Unfortunately, a rival political faction on our world is also claiming it as their own. Arnor Spice. Yes, things that we can sell plus relations. Unfortunately, no Arnor Spice at the moment on the market, but we'll sell that as soon as we can. It is imperative that this become a core world before theirs do. Actually... really important. There's the core tap. Boost manufacturing by a whole bunch. Takes precursor nanites, though, to construct. And plus 2 levels to all. This might be a very good thing to have on our production planet. Oof. Okay. And of course, Khazar's mainframe is coming next turn. We want to be prepared for that. We need more Durantium. So many things that we need. Kind of scarce on the old resources for the moment. We really want these tech pod hives because that's going to increase how much mining we get done. In fact, it doubles it. Okay. I think with these probes, we can go ahead and auto-explore, seeing what we need to see. There's our Xeno research. Genius grants are available. Planetary mainframe and Khazar's mainframe upgrades. All good stuff. I think we are going to go for economic development. Might be something that we need, but I think we're going to go for evasive tactics next. Let's start thinking about the potential of people picking a fight with us because it is all too real a possibility. And I might actually start building up a light siege fleet. Something like 3 or 4 siege ships could work. Do we have any more planets to colonize? No, because these assholes have gone ahead and done this move. So none there. These have all been, or all being captured. This colony ship is going there. Excellent. So we don't need that. Supply ship is going to land on this planet, Nocturus Prime, to get that structure finished as quickly as possible. We have a bomber hanging out in our territory. Can our little fighter guy do anything about that? Probably not. Maybe yes. Maybe yes. Let's just get supply ships. Speed along our development as much as possible. We can sell off the precursor nanites, but I think we sell off the Arnor Spice. We'll pick up a leader. He's not a great leader. In fact, he's not a great anything except having good loyalty, but it's a little bit important that we get this guy down. Was that the right planet? Yeah, that's the right one. Okay, and then we can actually have a look at this world and see what's going on. Now, it's the core world. It's going to start pumping out way more culture pressure. So normally it was doing like 3, I think, or whatever the cultural significance is. They really don't grow very much, but when you have it as a core world, of course, it gets cultural significance. It's being fed by all of these other planets nearby. We'll get a shipyard. We will put down the planetary capital. This planet also doesn't look great. We'll put it down here. We'll get a generator on that tile. We might make this into just like a tourism wealth planet. That's a +4 right there, plus 40%. It really has no good income because the tiles all suck and our taxes aren't great. So we should probably look at getting some happiness structures online as well. But this might be a respectable wealth world, potentially. We'll get these down for now and then we'll make a decision on that. We'll probably, like this giving +2 wealth is actually really good. We'll want that colony for sure. We can also sell those resources. Governor has been assigned, establishing a new core world. Excellent. The work has only just begun. +5 culture points, extra approval. Approvals up to 95 on normal, 92. I think we can take 92. It won't last because some of these bonuses are temporary. But while we have it, let's try and stop bleeding out quite as much. All right, you know, our position's all right. It's okay. The major thing that we have for ourselves is that we're not part of this, whatever this is going on down here. Do we have any wars happening at the moment? Let's have a look. So we've got the Luxor, not at war. Some very light trading happening, but no wars actually at the moment. Navigators trading with everybody as they are wont to do. Get that asteroid base up, and we're here for this source of Durantium. Is it worth it? It does cost us to keep this, right? It's an extra maintenance cost. And every 5 turns, we get something that we can sell for 29. So yeah, technically it works out in our favor. But all right, so far, so good. We should have access to Khazar's mainframe. There it is. We want to put that puppy on this tile, but we'll build it as soon as this is finished in 11 turns. Or less, depending on the supply ship situation. This colony is flipping to us already, or it will. It's the Navigators. Do Navigators flip? I mean, our culture pressure ain't that great, but it is going to outpace them as long as, you know, we keep on top of things. Now, I would like to put things in orbit around Nepturus Prime. We could definitely use an orbital research station, for example. That 1 Durantium would be very well spent here, but it's an extra 100 treasury, and I don't have that kind of money just yet. We haven't been using our control, and we have a lot, so I think we will pressure the scientists every chance we get, try to get through some of our technologies faster. That's a good use. I stole this class 30 and a class. They got so many good wheels. I swear the AI just knows where all the good planets are. They just know, and I'm not bitter. You're bitter. But I think that's as good a place as any to end episode 2. We are still in the very early stages of this game. Everybody's still sort of powering up at the moment. Relations are holding for the moment. We got even some green faces over here, which you like to see. Let's go through the treaties. Fine. And in terms of power scale, let's have a look. Our faction power is not bad. We are generally keeping up with the AI in terms of technology and faction power. Not so much the Wranglers, or these two, or the Navigators, or the Festron, or the Crimson Star Union. Okay, you know, we are doing okay. It's actually really good on Godlike to be at least this close to the AI, but they are going to start pulling well ahead of us as they get some of their key buildings online with their stupid multipliers and everything. So it's still going to be quite a long, hard slog ahead of us. But there are no wars at the moment, so we don't need a military. It's going to get really, really interesting when we decide to go to war on behalf of somebody who's on the receiving end to try and liberate them. We still have not made any progress on the way to that technology, which is something we will have to focus on. But there's a lot that we need before we get there. We're going to need cruiser tech. We're going to need better shields, better weapons. You know, because we can't free anybody if we can't fight effectively. But anyway, thank you all very much for watching. We will see you in the next one. Remember to like and subscribe. Have a great one. Bye, guys.